Two F-16 Fighting Falcons tear through the sky like lightning. Ahead, 6 Soko J-21 Jastrebs try to break formation. A call cracks over the radio. Fox 3, an AIM-120 AMRAAM leaves the right wing. 3 seconds later, a flash, then absolute silence. 1 Jastreb vanishes from the radar screen. 28th of February 1994, 6 J-21s take off from Banja, Luka. Each carries a 250-kilogram bomb, bound for Novi Travnik. Mission: a quick strike, withdraw, avoid NATO radar. But at more than 9,000 meters, the Alliance's E-3 Sentry AWACS sees everything. Call sign Black Flight, 6 bogies. Bearing 320, range 52 miles, altitude 7,000 feet. 2 F-16s of the United States Air Force, Captain Robert Wright and Captain Scott O'Grady, received the order, weapons free. Pratt & Whitney F-100 engines roar. Speed breaks Mach 1.6. The Balkan sky becomes the place where man and technology test their limits. This is not merely a confrontation, it is a turning point, when data begins to define modern warfare. Every aerial engagement begins with a decision on the ground. In Brussels, at NATO headquarters, after 12 hours of closed session deliberations, a line is signed. Operation Deny Flight, approved. Bosnia then was a broken land. 3 ethnic groups, 3 armies, and thousands of lives trapped in conflict. The United Nations imposed a no-fly zone. NATO was tasked with enforcement, but pilots were only allowed to patrol, not to fire. They called it the war you are not allowed to fight. The Serbs treated the no-fly zone as a test. On the morning of 28th February, 6 Jastrebs launched, believing the alliance would not respond. They did not know the E-3 had recorded every movement the instant a wheel left the ground. This was when the alliance tested its real strength, with technology, not numbers. The F-16 Fighting Falcon is more than an airplane. It is a statement of technology. A light aluminum titanium frame, rated for 9G. The F-100 PW220 engine enables speeds above Mach 2. A compact cockpit, transparent displays, giving the pilot continuous situational awareness. The AN/APG-68 radar can track 10 targets simultaneously, sharing data over Link 16. The AIM-120 AMRAAM, the symbol of lock on and fire and forget. Each shot is a tactical computer's precise calculation. Underwing stores typically carry 2 AIM-9 Sidewinders and 2 AIM-120 AMRAAMs. An M61A1 Vulcan 20mm cannon remains the last resort defense. All of this packed into a 9-ton airframe. Today, the Falcon will be tested for real, over the Balkans. No local radar, no electronic countermeasures, only a compass, the wind, and courage. The Soko J-21 Jastreb was born in the 1960s Yugoslavia. A Rolls-Royce Viper Mk531 engine, low thrust and thirsty. An analog cockpit, optical gun sight, no modern sensors. After Yugoslavia's breakup, the remaining airframes were repainted, armed with bombs, and thrown into Bosnia. Their tactic: fly low, evade radar. But that morning they climbed high to bomb Novi Travnik, and in that moment, they lit up on the AWACS screen. A Serbian pilot murmurs on the radio, "American jets are coming, and they are not just passing by." 2 worlds are about to collide. Courage versus technology. 0629 Zulu. 2 F-16, call sign Black Flight, are cleared. You are cleared to engage. The Bosnia sky holds its breath. Ahead, 6 bright contacts are withdrawing. Range, 27 miles. Captain Wright locks the radar. Fox 3. An AIM-120 launches at 4 times the speed of sound. One bright contact disappears from the central scope. "Scatter! Break!" a Serbian voice cries on the radio, but the radar maintains a lock on each reflection. Wright fires a second. Fox 3, second shot. Another flash erupts over Bosnian airspace. A Serbian pilot peels down, hiding among ridgelines. The F-16's infrared sensor picks up the heat source. Fox 2, an AIM-9 Sidewinder departs its rail. A smoky trail, a faint explosion. 4 minutes pass. No Jastreb returns on the scopes. The last aircraft is badly damaged. Captain Wright closes in, does not fire. He rolls his wing and salutes. A moment of silence between two worlds. The engagement ends. Technology proved its point. Vision matters more than raw speed. The roar of F-16 engines echoes across continents. After Bosnia, the type becomes a symbol of power and precision. More than 4,600 were built, serving in 25 nations. Robert Wright later said, "What made me proud was not the victory, but protecting the peace over that sky." The F-16 Viper upgrade brings the AN/APG-83 AESA radar, a digital cockpit, and the Viper Shield electronic warfare suite. Mach 2. Service ceiling 15,000 meters. Payload near 8 tons. The Bosnia triumph became a lesson. In the modern era, the master of information masters the sky. The Alliance report tersely states, "For the first time in history, mission successful." But the meaning runs deeper. Data has become a weapon. The F-16 won not just by speed, but by the ability to see first, react early, decide correctly. Early warning radar, linked data networks, and guided missiles fused into a single electronic organism. From that principle, later generations like the F-22 Raptor, F-35, Lightning II, and the B-21 Raider were born. They do more than fly. They compute, share, and act as a network. Bosnia was the first trial. The F-16 succeeded, and people realized technology changes war, and it changes the responsibility of those who wield it. On 28 February 1994, 6 aircraft fell, and the world entered a new era. War is no longer measured by courage, but by information processing speed. This is Titan Defense, where forgotten stories of war are told again, and where the sky still remember, even when the world chooses to forget.